Well, this is something I haven't done in a while, and I apologize for slacking off and falling behind. But this is a review of Fact or Faked Paranormal Files, and also of Bigfoot. Excuse me, Nite Callers from this past from tonight actually. First of all, on Fact or Fake this last Thursday, they actually looked at a piece of footage that was shot by Harlan Ford back in this. They don't really know when, probably sometime in the 60s. Shot by Harlan Ford of what may have been a Honey Island swamp monster. It was shot in the Honey Island swamp by Harlan Ford. There are those who think that that it's possible Ford could have been a hoaxer, but I don't know. But there's this footage of what appears to be a large, dark, colored, hairy individual that walks from right to left across the screen, and it walks behind some trees. Now, what happened was the Fact or Faked team had one of their members don a ghillie suit. He donned a ghillie suit and attempted to replicate the footage. And he replicated it. He looked. His gait was right. His gait was correct. Aesthetically, he looked a bit like what was in the footage, the original footage. However, one thing I noticed is that the sunlight glinted off what was in the Harlan Ford footage. Sunlight did not glint off the guy in the ghillie suit. There was no sunlight glistening off the guy in the ghillie suit, but yet the Fact or Fake people said that that because there was an almost exact match between the Harlan Ford footage and the guy in the ghillie suit, that means, oh, well, that must then what Harlan Ford filmed was the guy in the ghillie suit. No, because sunlight was glistening off the hairy individual in the film. There was no sunlight glinting off the guy who was in the ghillie suit. But that's not to say that what was caught on the film by Harlan Ford was a genuine swamp monster. It could have been a guy in a suit, possibly being a hoaxer. Really, it's undetermined. That film is undetermined as far as I'm concerned. Because there's really not enough. There's not enough to say one way or the other what it is. But what I hate is that these programs like Fact or Fake come up and say and try and give the most sensible and easy explanation. There was even when they conducted their nighttime you might say surveillance, or their nighttime research, they caught on camera what appeared to be some sort of a loud screaming type roar. Which I suspect was actually they claimed it was a hog. They claimed it was a hog being slaughtered, or something being slaughtered. They claimed it was a hog. But there are people who have hunted hogs and have heard hogs and say, no, that wasn't a hog. But again, it was a sound. But what it sounded like to me was, it sounded like something that was piped in for dramatic effect. Which means that the people behind Fact or Faked might have been what you might call pumping or priming the pump, as it were. In other words, they were putting in this sound. They were piping in this sound for dramatic effect, to make it seem like maybe the team heard it. That's what it seemed like to me. I may be wrong. They may have actually recorded something. I don't know. If they did, it certainly sounded. It sounded almost, I don't know, mechanical. Didn't really sound. It didn't really ring true to me. The sound that they played on the show. It didn't ring true as an actual field recording. It sounded like something that was piped in. So, but they were quick to explain it away, or attempt to explain it away, as they were quick to explain it away as a hog, which I think it was too simple of an explanation. But all in all, it was a fair to good show. I wouldn't necessarily have called it one of their greatest exposés on a Sasquatch type creature. I give it about a 3 out of 5 stars. And that's only because they attempted to explain it away too conveniently. But then again, this is a show executive produced by Robert Kiviat, who attempted to debunk the Patterson-Gimlin film a few years ago, along with Greg Long, Cal Korff, and Bob Hieronymus. So it's to be expected. But my second review, there was a silver lining in those clouds, and that was Nite Callers Radio, which is still one of the best shows out there. One of the best blog talk Bigfoot shows out there. And I really enjoyed it. It was a roundtable discussion. There were several folks on the line, including myself. I called in about the, I guess it was the 20-25 minute mark. They brought me in. There was Rand Trusty, Richard Van Dyke, a.k.a. Dick Van Dyke. No, not the actor. Not the actor. Richard is a member of the Robert W. Morgan's organization. Actually, he said he was at Robert's house. He was at Robert's house, so that was very cool. That was actually very cool. But if Robert wasn't there, I wish he had been. I would have loved to have heard him on the show. Heard him just come in and say hello to the Nite Callers folks. There was also Billy Simmons was on the line with us. There was a fellow named John B. Saul. And there was somebody else who was on the line. I can't remember who it was. I'd have to go back and listen to the archive. But it was a great show. It was a great roundtable discussion. There were several things talked about. I brought up about this new book by Jean Cazar, who kind of takes the tact that all the Bluff Creek incidents, all the Bluff Creek tracks are hoaxed. The Patterson-Gimlin film is a hoax, and that what people are actually chasing, quote-unquote, as far as Sasquatch, is not this large, hairy giant, this 9-10 foot tall thing. It's only about 5.5, 6 foot tall, maybe 7 foot tall. And it's related more closely to the Deloise ape than it is to something else. In other words, it's not Gigantopithecus. That I agree with Gian Cazar on. It's not Gigantopithecus. But I brought the example of what James Bobo Fay saw through a night vision scope, where he saw a large Sasquatch, which was about the width of a truck hood, and that it was standing behind a stump, which he assumed was maybe 3 or 4 feet tall. They measured the stump the next day. The stump was 6'9", and the stump only came up to about the midriff of this Sasquatch. So this Sasquatch was massive, and it was huge. I also brought up, what else did I bring up? We were talking about what kind of creature we are searching for. JB brought up the question about, is what we are searching for a real entity? And I said, yes, it is. I've seen it. There was also the kill or no kill paradigm brought up. Apparently, and disappointingly, the TBRC, the Texas Bigfoot Research Conservancy, has now gone pro-kill, apparently, to counter what is happening as far as equipment going missing in their quadrants. I find this rather unfortunate and disappointing. It's an unfortunate and disappointing turn of events, I think. But we had some really good discussions. We talked quite a bit about things, and I thought it was a great show. I give it a 5 out of 5 stars, as always. Next Sunday will be their annual Christmas party. It'll begin at 7 Eastern, 6 Central, www.blogtalkradio.com/Nite Callers. Now, for shows upcoming this week, there's going to be some good ones, I think. Tomorrow night on MNBRT Radio, they were supposed to have John and Montrefridis on last week, but unfortunately there was a bit of a miscommunication problem, so that did not occur. But this week it will occur. It will be tomorrow night, 9 Eastern, 8 Central, www.blogtalkradio.com/MNBRT. Abe and Evie will be welcoming John and Montrefridis to the show. Should be a good one. Then Tuesday night on Bigfoot Truth and Lies, Froggy and special guest host Luke Gross, who's of course one of the hosts of Nite Callers. They'll be welcoming a fellow named David Rupert to the show. David is apparently a member of the Pennsylvania Bigfoot Society. And that'll begin at 7 Eastern, 6 Central, www.blogtalkradio.com/Bigfoot Truth and Lies. And then finally, Bigfoot Quest is back on this Tuesday night at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, www.blogtalkradio.com/Bigfoot_Quest. And two Washington State researchers, Too Risky and the Mojo, will be the guests. And that should be quite an interesting show. Should be quite a good show. And I am considering doing a special pre-Christmas HBM's Crypto Corner, which will be Wednesday. I'm considering doing this on Wednesday, December 22nd, 8 Eastern, 7 Central. And then we'll do our year in review show the following week. I am considering doing a pre-Christmas HBM's Crypto Corner. But I can only do it with your feedback. Those of you who are here on YouTube, and also who are listeners to my show, to HBM's, comment below, subscribe above. Give me some comments. Let me know if you want me to do a special pre-Christmas HBM's Crypto Corner on Wednesday the 22nd at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, www.blogtalkradio.com/HBM's-Crypto-Corner. And as always, with all the shows on Blog Talk Radio, we do encourage you to please tune in and support great research. Now, you may have seen one of my previous videos, which was about the family of 5. I feel this is a very important cause, and I hope you guys will give your full support to this. Pat Rance is really working hard to help this family of 5. The website link, you may have seen it on the video, the previous video. If you have to, just pause the video to see what the link is, to read the link. Pause the video. But this is extremely important, folks. This is a family in desperate need this Christmas season. So give what you can. Give what you can, folks. If it's $5, $10, whatever it is, give what you can to make this family's Christmas a good one. And I guess that's pretty much it from this end. So we'll catch you guys later. We'll catch you guys tomorrow night on MNBRT Radio with John and Montrefridis.